October. A simple name in a complex rivalry. For one side, the Big Orange is just not a color they can sit with, and the other side, Crimson, has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand, and now we get to see who will use it. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Tennessee's offense will go to work first. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the Vols blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and it showed up on the scoreboard.
And Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Jenkins. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, David.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
The throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Wants to throw. It's Knight. Here's a heat. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the field goal unit is on the field. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute and put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense comes out for their first possession of the game. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. So here is the Tennessee offense. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He'll pull it on the read. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Under fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play right there by the offense.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Release to the back. Makes the catch. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Try to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Tide.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. App State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Mountaineers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral field. Well done. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He'll do it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. And the Volunteers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking for a man. It's Knight. Pocket breaking down. Got his man on the right. There he goes. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
Bring in the heat. Unleashes one. It's caught downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the 1st half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Looking to throw, it's Knight. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. And guys, still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time and took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. He'll try to do it himself. Quarterback gets past the marker. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And it's just a pick-your-poison thing for this defense. They decide to play man-to-man, really good coverage in the back end, taking away the pass, but then what happened? The quarterback sees it. Not only does he see it, everybody trailing their guy has so much space for him. He takes off and makes the huge run for this offense.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Volunteers in the hurry-up.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
The Vols will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 45. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes that Alabama offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This kicker brags that he can kick an 80-yard field goal. He'll settle for a 59-yarder here. Oh, the attempt is no good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
And, man, that comes up short. And I tell you what, we saw him in warm-ups. He's got that leg, man. He hit from 60 a couple times, so he can make that deep shot, but he didn't get all of it, and the field goal just falls a little bit short.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Matthews. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
And the Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The offense will have to... First time out of the half.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Makes the grab on the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. Might be changing the route. They'll try to get it through the air. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Kick is in the air. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Looking downfield on first down. Buys a little time. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. From the gun on third down. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
The Volunteers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Young. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Dropping back, it's Bailey. Fires to the big fella. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. The play action fake. Quarterback strolling away from heat.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
It'll be a draw. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. The Vols want to crank the tempo.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Volunteers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The give to the tailback. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Breaks into the open. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off play action. Fires deep toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Off and running. Touchdown, Bama! well, start playing. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. The tide is high and rolling as they try to send Rocky Top to rock bottom, and they've built a big lead.
And Alabama's simply been the more physical team in this game, and you're starting to see that exert itself here in the second half. They're pulling away, David. Tennessee's going to have to do something here, keep this thing close.
And the hard part for Tennessee is you got to stay positive. You got to believe you can win. This series hasn't always been in their favor, and they kind of know Bama's had their number of late, but they got to stay positive. They got to make something happen on this next drive.
Rush is on him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Spreads out 4 receivers, trips right, a single receiver to the left on 2nd and 7. Makes the grab, it's Gaines. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Vols will hustle to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move this...
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that.
Hits the afterburners. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. DB's right up on the receivers. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Young. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. High-flying pass catchers and the Crimson Tide. That combination wasn't right at the top of your mind, say, 30 years ago.
No, it used to be run, run, more run, and you've seen over the years they've opened it up, the playbook, and they've brought in dudes. They've had some guys that can fly, receivers winning Heisman trophies, like so many game breakers on the outside that make big plays in this offense.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Now adjusting. Caught close to the marker, it's Hale. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Makes a catch at the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Not so fast. You think it's going to be automatic, second and short. They're just going to turn around and hand it off. But how about the penetration up front defensively, shutting that play down?
Yeah, and if your defense wants to be aggressive, well, that's fine. Third and short, I still got fourth down as well. So don't be afraid to be aggressive on those and play action, because defense a lot of times really expects run. And it could take some big shots and man coverage down the field.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Vols racing to the line in a hurry-up.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Man, this defense has been ruthless all game long. Individual effort. They've got guys up front winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been terrorizing this quarterback.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Bailey. Starting to feel a little pressure. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Gives it on the option. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And how nice is it to just have a quarterback that you believe in, that you can trust, you can put it in his hands on third down to make the right decision. You've got the lead, and you've got your guy. He sees it, nothing open, tucks it, gets a huge third down conversion for this offense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The give on the inside. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Trying to slam in. Touchdown time! And the punishment has been extended. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the third touchdown.
So here is the Tennessee offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
To the air, it's Knight. It's complete on the right side. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Volunteers want to move quickly.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And the Vols getting set on 1st and 10.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The sure hands, it's Garcia.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The give, and tick, 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 tick. There he goes. He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Right back to the well. got the first down and more. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Trying to pound it in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they've featured him today.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. I mean, they got nothing on the last snap. Let's see if they try to throw it in on 3rd and goal from the 1. They'll run it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Again takes the win in this smoking hot rivalry between the Vols and the Crimson Tide, and the party in Tuscaloosa will last well into the night. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation